Hi, I'm Shelli Johnson, and this week we're going to be talking about how to not overeat, especially during stressful situations. I'm qualified to talk to you about this because I used to weigh 304 pounds. Now I weigh 130 pounds, and I've kept it off for 8 years and counting. I've struggled more with wanting to overeat in the last few weeks than I have in the last few years. Here's how I overcome it and how you can too.
Step 1. Calm down.
Being in fear and anxiety causes a fight or flight reaction in your body. All kinds of biochemicals flood your system, which makes it really difficult to listen to any kind of cues your body is giving you about hunger and fullness. The other thing that's happening to you when you're in a high alert state is that the emotional part of your brain is what's in charge. That means you're mostly reacting and not using your logical thinking brain when you're making decisions. So the reason you need to calm down is twofold. The first is so that you can listen to your body and be able to tell when you're actually physiologically hungry and when you're comfortably full. The other is to help you be clear-headed so you can make rational, informed choices about what's best for you, including what foods you actually want to eat. So the first thing you need to do is take action to calm yourself down in whatever way works for you. You can take a walk or a bubble bath or meditate. Something else you can try is coloring or writing something down or doing math problems in your head. All those activities activate your logical thinking brain. I've created a free ebook filled with self-care activities, including coloring and journaling pages. You can use the link in the description to grab a copy.
Step 2. Decide if you're actually hungry.
I know that many times when I find myself in the kitchen wanting to eat lately, it's not because I'm hungry. It's because I'm full of anxiety and fear and a loss of control, and I want food to make that go away. I also know that food might make it go away temporarily, but that's always short-lived. And when the food reaction wears off, the fear and anxiety and lack of control will still be there. The food won't have fixed anything. So how do you know you're actually physiologically hungry? You'll hear your stomach growl, or it'll feel hollow or empty in your belly. If you don't feel that, you're likely not hungry and instead looking to food to fix something. I know it's been challenging lately for me to tell because I find myself slipping back into fear and anxiety. So that's why I have to go back to step 1 and practice some self-care and calm down. I haven't been doing it perfectly, but the great news is I don't have to do any of it perfectly. I'm doing the best I can, and if I eat when I'm not hungry or if I eat past full, I'm cutting myself some slack and not beating myself up and not using it as an excuse to overeat even more. I just do my best to wait until I'm hungry before I eat again.
Step 3. Define the problem.
Food is fuel for your body when you're hungry, and that's all it is. If you want to eat when you're not hungry, then the question you need to ask is, what is it you're actually wanting food to fix? That reason, I assure you, has nothing to do with food. It has something to do with an emotion you don't want to feel, a situation you don't want to be in, a choice you don't want to make, or something along those lines. It's your job to figure out what exactly is the actual problem. In my case, it's all these fear-based feelings that make me feel powerless and stuck, which is never a good combination, and I just don't want to be feeling them.
Step 4. Decide on a solution.
So start asking questions like, what do you need to do to fix the actual problem? What steps can you take, no matter how small, to fix the situation? How do you get from where you are now to where you most want to be? You get to choose how you respond to anything. Sometimes there aren't great choices, but there are always choices. You're responsible for your own happiness in your own life, so what choices do you want to make? And if the situation is completely out of your control, what can you do to manage your feelings about the situation? I'd recommend going off by yourself and sitting with that feeling or feelings and letting yourself feel whatever it is without numbing it with some substance or behavior, including food. You have to feel whatever it is because you can't think your way out of a feeling. The only way out to the other side is through. Food won't fix it, so you need to feel it. You also get to choose how to react to your feelings. I know it can be overwhelming because I've been feeling a lot of overwhelm lately. That's why my response to nearly everything has been to go take a walk in my backyard or play with my dog or go work on my novel.
You need to make self-care a priority in your life to break the panic cycle, calm down, and get back into your rational thinking brain so you can think clearly enough to come up with a solution. Step 5. Empower yourself and take action.
You are not stuck and you are not powerless. You have choices. So you do whatever it is you need to do to solve the actual problem. Taking action, even if it's small steps, will make you feel empowered and give you control over the choices you make. Letting yourself feel what you need to will also empower you. Once you feel it and let it go, you'll realize that it was just a feeling and not something that can trap you or crush you or control you. For a lot of us right now, my guess is that there aren't a whole lot of tangible solutions available to us. We do the best we can to prevent, and that's all we can do. So that's why it's so important that you practice self-care. Self-care will ease anxiety and fear. It'll make you feel supported and nourished and bring some joy back into your life. And self-care is also something that's completely under your control. If you're not physiologically hungry, go find something that brings you joy and makes you feel comforted and nourished, and then go do that. Something that has nothing to do with food or any other substance or behavior you may abuse. Find what makes you feel the most alive and then go do it. That's probably one of the most important things you can do for yourself right now.
Start Where You Are weight loss can help you stop overeating during stressful times in your life. It can also help you eat what you want, lose weight, and keep it off.
Just remember, every mistake is simply a brand new chance to do it better the next time. I'll see you next week.